بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وبه نستعين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ونبينا بالقاسم محمد وعلى عترة الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين أما بعد السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We are continuing on our talks on bringing Hajj home. And we are doing this in honor of Imam Muhammad al-Taqi alayhi salam, whose Shahadat day we will be commemorating very soon. And this is because of the debates that he had with Yahya ibn Ahkam on Hajj. So that's why we're concentrating on Hajj. And also the fact that we're not able to go to Hajj this year, so it felt like a good idea to bring it home. And also because the Shahadat day of Imam Muhammad al-Taqi alayhi salam is just before Dhul Hijjah. So these talks would be a good reminder to actually play them again and revisit them again and re-listen to them again when Dhul Hijjah starts, in order to actually bring the Hajj home during Dhul Hijjah, inshallah. So today we're looking at the Salah of Tawaf. So the Salah of Tawaf is very much to do focused around Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, because we're told that we should recite this salah behind Maqam Ibrahim. And here we're also told in the Holy Quran in Surah Baqarah that Prophet Ibrahim was made an imam. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Qala inni ja'iluka linnasi imama. He said, surely I will make you an imam of men. So how can I bring this home? I need to remind myself that I need to be behind the Imam, not in the front or on the side. Just as I have to pray the Salah of Tawaf behind Maqam Ibrahim, I need to constantly remind myself that I have an Imam. And am I actually constantly staying behind my Imam, or am I trying to get in front of him, or am I going to try to speed up by his side? I need to be behind him, following him. What one thing will I do to show I'm following my Imam? One of the ways to show that if I'm following my Imam is to actually maybe sit there and list all the things that I have done during the week on Thursday night or Friday morning, because my book of deeds, my action of deeds for that whole week goes to my Imam. And I need to just think about, in those deeds, have I followed my Imam? Would he be happy with me, or would he be sad? Am I the cause of his tears? After the Tawaf, we do this salah, and the fourth Imam, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam, asked Shibli, when you prayed the 2 rakat, did it occur to you that you were praying the prayer of Ibrahim alayhi salam in defiance of shaitan? How do I bring this home? I need to think about, in what aspect of my life does shaitan have a hold over me? Where is it that shaitan actually subconsciously or consciously has a hold over me? I need to think about what one thing will I do to change this? And it can be a very small thing, but it has to be something, even if just acknowledging, recognizing and acknowledging that in this aspect shaitan has a hold of me, and then starting with the dua, asking Allah to help, asking our Imam to help us, and then change will come from that, inshallah. I need to make sure that I'm part of the Salah of Tawaf is following in the footsteps of Prophet Ibrahim, because we're told in Surah Baqarah, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم واتخذوا من مقام إبراهيم مصلى. Appoint for yourself a place of prayer on the standing place of Ibrahim. How can I bring this home? I need to look at what lessons I can learn from Prophet Ibrahim's life to bring into my life here. There are lots and lots of lessons. In fact, in the Holy Quran, Prophet Ibrahim has been mentioned, his story has been mentioned 73 times in the Holy Quran. In Surah Anam, Surah Anbiya, Surah Safat, Surah Ibrahim. I can look at all these stories and try to sort of learn what I can take away from them to bring into my life. The three things that come to mind is Tawheed, where Prophet Ibrahim fought for Tawheed, where he tried to teach the people how the stars and the moon and the sun are deficient, and it is only Allah that you can truly worship as your Rabb. He broke the idols to show the people that if the idols cannot even protect themselves, how are they going to protect you? He made so many sacrifices in his life. He prayed so hard for a son, and finally he was given Prophet Ismail alayhi salam. And when he was given Prophet Ismail alayhi salam, he was told, now sacrifice Prophet Ibrahim. First go and leave him in the desert with his mother, Lady Hajara. And then when he grew up and Prophet Ibrahim reconnected with his son, Prophet Ismail, and they built the Kaaba together, then he was told, now sacrifice your son for Allah. Imagine trying to make those sacrifices in our lives. Who do I need to sacrifice for the sake of Allah? What is it that is my Ismail? You also had so much tawakkulullah to leave your family in the desert and trust that Allah will take care of them. To be put into the fire and trust that Allah will take care of you. There is so much tawakkulullah here. I need to make sure that I take something away from his life to sort of bring into my life, whether it's tawheed, sacrifice, or tawakkulullah. Prophet Ibrahim teaches us the power of dua and how that leads to tawakkulullah. He tells us, Allah tells us in the Holy Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وإذ قال إبراهيم رب اجعل هذا البلد آمنا واجنبني وبني أن نعبد الأصنام. And when Ibrahim said, my Lord, make this city secure and save me and my sons from worshipping idols. This was a man who had broken the idols. This was a man who had spent his life for Allah, doing everything for Allah, and yet he still felt the need to pray to Allah to save him and his descendants from worshipping idols. What dua do I need to make? That I need when I'm focusing on my future. What dua will I focus on? Duas are a step towards action where change happens. I need to think about what it is in my life that I need to change. What is it that when I look in the future I'm worried about? Or maybe I'm not worried about and so confident about, but maybe it may be something that actually I shouldn't be so confident about. And I need to pray to Allah for these things. Looking at the Salah itself and bringing that home. It reminds us that although we've walked around the Kaaba, it is not the Kaaba that we worship but Allah, and that is what the reminder of the Salah is. How do I bring this home? I need to think about what is it in my life that I worship other than Allah? What is it that I give more importance to? It is that thing that I'm doing at the exact time of Salah. Subconsciously, I'm telling myself that the Salah is not as important as that thing. In order to remind myself that the Salah is the most important thing, it is my connection to Allah, it is my alone time to Allah, I need to maybe today pray my Salah exactly on time. And I can do this by actually checking the time. The first thing I do in the morning is to check the time and set my alarms for the Salah so that I pray it on time. After the Tawaf, we've reached a level of servitude, a level of connection. And now to actually ascend even further, now actually to have the Miraj through the Salah, I need to have that servitude and that connection beforehand. How can I bring this home? I need to make sure that I reach a level of servitude and connection before I start my Salah. And this can be done if I remember Allah throughout my day. Because whatever I focus on in my day, then I'll be able to focus on in my Salah. So if I'm focusing on Allah throughout my day, it will be easier for me to focus on Allah and connect to Allah in my Salah. I need to take time to connect before I start the Salah. So even if I'm focused on Allah throughout the day, whatever I'm doing, at the time of Salah, I need to stop and then come to the Musalla and actually sit for a few minutes and try to connect to Allah. How do I do this? It can be through anything, whether it's reciting Quran, whether it's meditation, whether it's contemplation, whether it is dhikr. It doesn't matter in which way that I do this, but I need to make sure that I connect to Allah before I begin the Salah itself. The prayer is a prayer of thankfulness, of gratitude, just because we have finished the Tawaf. So we're actually thanking Allah for giving us this opportunity and grateful that we've been able to be connected to Allah through the Tawaf. And this is part of what the prayer is about. How can I bring this into my home, into my life? Am I grateful for being given the opportunity to actually pray, or do I do it begrudgingly? I need to start my Salah with a sajda where I ask Allah to help me to connect to Him. And I need to finish my Salah with a sajda of shukr to thank Allah for being given this opportunity. If I haven't prayed properly, then what am I actually thanking Him for? If I have not connected, if I have not prayed with presence of heart and presence of mind, then really I need to ask myself, what am I thanking Allah for? What have I done with the opportunity that He gave me except waste it? So let me just conclude on all the things that we can learn from the Salah of Tawaf to bring back home. We talked about how we can learn from Prophet Ibrahim being an Imam and how we needed to stay behind the Maqam of Ibrahim in the same way we need to stay behind our Imam. We need to follow our Imam. We talked about how how Shaitan takes hold of us, and to think about what it is that Shaitan has taken hold of in my life and how I can change this. We talked about the lessons that we can learn from Prophet Ibrahim's life, specifically to do with Tawheed and sacrifice and Tawakkulullah. And then we talked about how, in order to actually pray Salah give Salah the importance that it requires, and to actually truly connect to the Salah, I need to take a little bit of time to actually focus on the Salah and to focus on connecting to Allah before the Salah, and to make sure that I do not worship anything other than Allah, and to remind myself of that, maybe just giving the Salah its importance by praying it exactly on time today. And we also gave the example of being thankful for the opportunity of Salah. And when I actually go into the sajda of shukr to thank Allah, I need to have done something with that opportunity. Otherwise, what was the point of the sajda of shukr? Inshallah, if we can take away at least one thing from all of these examples that have been given from the Salah of Tawaf to bring back home, then we can actually truly bring Hajj back home, inshallah. Please join me tomorrow to look at how I can bring Sa'i back home, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.